Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making a dopamine menu and a personal curriculum. Okay, so a personal curriculum, according to r/personal curriculum, is a customized learning plan built around your goals and or interests. It's kind of like a personal syllabus, it just outlines things that you want to learn and want to do. I think this is a great idea for people like myself who like to make lists and like to see everything that I want to do like written down instead of just floating around in your head. What I like about these is you can design it to however you want. My design brain is telling me to make it look academic and collegiate, but I'm trying to let go of that and just have fun. And at the end of the day, graphic design is supposed to communicate something while still being pleasing to the eye. So I think we'll be able to do this. Okay, so we are just looking at fonts for right now. I already know I want to do, I think, either Schneeberger or a Muschamp? I'm not sure which one. They're very similar. And a light for the body text. Might end up changing, I'm not sure. Oh, there's only one, okay. So I'm making this in Illustrator. You can probably do this, I'd imagine, in Canva or Inkscape. I don't know, anything else that's like free. So, ooh, I cannot spell. It's like when someone's behind you and then you can't type. This is like this is being screen recorded, so I can't type. Okay, let's see. Schneeberger, do we like, oh, geez, I don't know if I like that anymore. And then Muschamp. Hello. Okay, yeah, Muschamp is easier on the eye. So, I already have a bunch of stuff written down because I knew if I was going to try and do this off the top of my head, I would just forget like everything that I wanted to do. I think I was going to divvy this all up by like hands, okay, yeah. Hands on. Digital web. Business. Creative. All right. Oh, yeah. And field trips. Oh, Lord. I still can't spell that? Okay. There we go. I think that looks right. No? How do you spell I before E except after C? Why is that so? Help. Send help. So, where do I begin here? I kind of don't like Arborio with this font. What about, okay, so my camera stopped recording because the memory card got full, so I don't have footage of me on camera explaining how this ended up. So I ended up changing direction, and it ended up looking adjacent to how I originally didn't want it to look like. But you know what? That happens when you're, designing and You're on a creative journey here. I ended up changing the fonts to, the header font is Jetsam, and the body text font is Fenway. Those are both on Adobe Fonts. If you have a subscription to that, that's where they are. And so I really like how this looks weathered and medieval kind of, and old, but not too stuffy. I think it's perfectly charming. So what we have on here is some hands-on stuff, creative / enrichment stuff, business things that I have to learn. Like most creatives, I struggle just sitting down and getting to work on all the businessy stuff and getting my stuff out there, and I get overwhelmed and it's stressful and whatever, but that's on my curriculum here. Design projects, DIYs, and field trips. Those kind of coincide with the enrichment, but I wanted to put them in their own little category. Some stuff is just like a creative to-do list, really, but there's also some, read more poetry, learn color theory. I learned it in college, but it was mostly painting for some reason. We did a lot of painting and mixing colors, which makes sense, but I feel like I'm missing something. Like I feel like I need to fill a gap somewhere. Because yeah, I know how to mix paint, great, wonderful. What do I do with that? How do I translate that into other mediums, etc.? And then there's learning languages on there, so I think this is pretty good. I'm happy with it. And then I have remember to journal in there. I've been really good about that lately, but it's nice to have a little reminder sometimes. So that's my personal curriculum. Okay, so now the dopamine menu. We're gonna do another 8.5 by 11, and we are gonna type it out. And I believe we were using Serenia. Big, 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 big. Not too big. That is cute. That is really I like that. Okay, and I think a light slab. What is going to be the font? I don't know if it goes. I don't remember if I just... No. Poppins? What about Poppins? Poppins is cute. What about that thing the one we just downloaded? Arborea. Book. Here we go. They're so similar. I'm liking this one with the S. Okay. And so this one I am just gonna do off the top of my head. So I think I was gonna do easy things, hard things. Oh. Oh. Inside. Why do you keep doing that? Outside. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna list stuff and then I'll put them in their homes. Not sure how I should organize this information now. I think I'll just organize it, inside or outside. Okay, and then just from there. Although I do think organizing it primarily, if it's an easy or hard thing first, would also be beneficial. Or how much time it takes, offline or online. For now, I'm just gonna do inside or outside, because it's pretty much the summer, so a lot of these things are inside stuff. We're gonna make this stuff a bold. Well, what do I have enabled here? Medium? That's fine, good enough. And are these the same size? We don't want that. Oh, you know what I love doing? Is going on the Wayback Machine. I like going on those old, do you remember those old dolls websites and just the websites with like all of the sparkles and the blingies and all that stuff. I like going back in time and kind of looking at all that stuff and getting nostalgia bombed. Okay, so we obviously just don't want this to be like this. What do we want this to look like? Also, what I want to do for myself with this personal curriculum and dopamine menu type of thing is I realized the other day, like with learning to paint and learning to illustrate, those things, if it just doesn't come naturally to you, you have to practice and you have to try and you have to spend a lot of time honing your craft. And I just thought, like, randomly, you know, I've spent so much time and energy, a lot of energy, to try to get to my goal of deadlifting double my body weight. And I'm very close. I'm like 20 pounds off. But I was just thinking, I've spent so much time and energy doing that. Why can't I do that with anything else? Why is it only the gym? So I'm thinking that by having, you know, painting and illustrating on my personal curriculum, that I'll remember that and I'll be more inclined to pick up those mediums and get better at them. Oh, people are organizing these like an actual menu. Okay. Oh yeah, meditating. I'm still gonna organize it just by inside or outside. Like, I understand, you know, menu implies food, but I don't know if that's gonna work for me. It's cute. I'm just thinking of if I'm like in a spot where I've got all my chores done and I want to do something but I don't know what I want to do, it'd be good to look at something on paper. And if it's organized by like appetizers, main course, side dishes, I think I'm just gonna get like overwhelmed and not sure what the frick's going on. So like doing a craft would not be dessert for me. That would be like a main course. And dessert would be like a guided meditation. And cleaning up would not be on the menu at all because I don't get dopamine from cleaning, unfortunately. Yeah, I kind of don't, this doesn't work for me. And that's okay. Like, you know how sometimes restaurants have different menus for like, you know, the bar. If you're sitting at the bar, you get different food from like the rest of the restaurant. I think I'll change outside to patio then. What's it called if it's just like inside dining, just inside? I can't remember. We'll keep it that way. Again, I am not agonizing over things anymore. I know I don't want any icons. A lot of them have little icons. Oh, see, they like did it by time, amount of time. That's cool. Laundry on a dopamine menu? All right. Different strokes for different folks. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Okay. You know what? Everyone's different, whatever. So I do like this background and then like box on top idea. So I think I will do the same. However, what? And I think I'll change these fonts. I don't like them anymore. Yeah, I think I want the dopamine menu to have these funky 90s whimsical fonts. And then but I will change this back to, what was the other font? Fenway. Oh my gosh, I do not remember which one because it's variable. We're just gonna pick that one and call it a day. You know what, I think I'm gonna get rid of whether it's easy or hard because like sewing could be easy, like it depends on the project, it depends on what you're doing. Color palettes, that's what we're doing. This is cute. It's kind of internet-y. This is why I need to learn like color theory better, because I'm struggling with what colors to choose. Like if I knew, oh God, okay. Like if I knew, I wouldn't have to be spending so much time trying to figure out what colors to use. My light died, but that's life. We're gonna go to Kari Curly Girl. Curly Girly. See, like this is what I'm trying to do. This is hideous, and I kind of like it. I'm really struggling with like what I want the background to be, but okay, so this is deliciously hideous, like how things in the early 2000s were. I mean, look at this. From a design standpoint, it's chaotic, it's crazy, but from like a nostalgia standpoint, this is what everything looked like, and it was fun, and it was colorful, you know, compared to now. Could it be better? Sure. Anything could be better. You know, I kind of love it. Could I work on this more? Of course. I could, you know, tweak this until I'm on my deathbed, but I'm not going to. It's fun. It's in the realm of what I wanted it to look like. Not at first either. It just evolved into this, kind of like the other one, where I changed the fonts. So, all right, there's the dopamine menu and the personal curriculum. Have you made one of these? Did you make any realizations as you were making it about yourself or your goals? Let me know in the comments below. If you've made it this far into the video, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.